What's up guys, this is tcgsam here, and in today's video, I got another episode of the Yugituber deck breakdown, and in this episode, I'm going to be covering TeamKingsOfGames' 60 card shaddoll's. So just starting off, my thoughts, I think this is like a really cool idea that he's incorporating all these different fusion outlets, so like that should solve the problem that shaddolls had of not being able to draw fusion spells, which was definitely their biggest weakness because fusion spells you had to draw one to actually be able to play, otherwise your deck does absolutely nothing. So I like that he's adding cards like Fusion Recovery Plant, Fright for Patrick Engine, plus Lunalight Black Sheep. Like, I think that's really creative, and it just gives him a lot of great outlets to actually always have a fusion spell and always be able to play. A few things though before we get started. Personally, I somewhat disagree with some of the ratios he's playing, like triple aerial. Like, I know he said in his video he likes using aerial to banish his own cards to set up more aerials, but like I found that in this meta that's not really that viable because it's still pretty fast. Like, unless you're against a control deck, it shouldn't really get to that point. So like I definitely cut down aerial to, like, in my opinion, 1. Same thing with dragon, cut it down to 1. Hound is a pretty interesting tech. I suppose it has its uses, so I guess you could keep it at 1. I don't mind it at 1. But like, other than that, I would also try to like cut it down to maybe like 55 if possible, like not even 60, because with 60, like, you struggle to draw your side cards going in. But like, yeah, anyways, those are just my thoughts before the duel. And yeah, now let's move on to the duel and see how it actually does in a duel. Welcome to the duel, and I win the die roll, so I'm able to go first. And starting off, our hand here is pretty standard, still a pretty standard shaddoll hand. There's nothing too special about it. So I go Foolish Burial, send Hedgehog. Hedgehog I really like because it's able to add you a shaddoll light monster, so we don't have to burn the Nibiru in our hand, which is really good because we're against Infernoble Knights, which is really important to have cards like Nibiru and other hand traps to be able to stop them. Other than that, I believe I have the standard Construct combo where I dump Wendy and Resh using Squamata and Construct's effects respectively, and I'm able to set aerial, turn this into Gravity Controller, add back El Shaddoll, Resh, summon back Construct dumps Schism. So my plan here was I really wanted to set up a Schism and El Shaddoll fusion play because I didn't know what I was playing against, and I figured against a control deck that's probably just gonna win me the game if they set a bunch of back row, because I'm just able to establish like multiple fusions. And I guess a combo deck, I'm able to either do double Winda, send a dark, or I'm able to do like App Clone Winda plus a Nibiru in hand, which in my opinion I thought was gonna be pretty good. The only problem really with not opening a clown for the light monster, like, even though you could do this combo, you get stuck with the gravity control in the extra monster zone, so you can't. It's difficult to link away Construct and Aerial. In the extra deck, I believe the only like generic link 2 in there was the Cross Sheep, but I didn't really want to burn the Cross Sheep, so like it might just be better. Like, if you really wanted, you could put in like an IP Masquerena, and then IP Masquerena plus Gravity Controller makes a unicorn in your opponent's turn. But like, the extra deck space is just really tight. Although I believe you can cut a card like El Shaddoll Grista or something, because it just doesn't come out that often. So I tribute set for the Gravity Controller. That's why you saw. That's why I left the extra monster zone. I tribute set Shaddoll Beast, make a Cross Sheep because I really needed to add back the Shaddoll Schism, because this way, whatever I summon, I get an extra resource back with Cross Sheep, which is super important for me to successfully do this fusion play. So yeah, set 2, pass. Playing Infernoble Knights. So yeah, it's one of the top meta decks right now. You guys are gonna see that this deck is actually pretty good. I thought about shotgunning Winda after Super Quantum Red Layer, and in hindsight, it probably was correct because even if I didn't know he had the Gear Freed, the fact that if he summons the Gear Freed, he can't special the Red Layer even if he deals with the Winda, so he's short 1 Warrior Extender, which could have been huge. So in my opinion, I definitely should have summoned Winda here. The only weird thing about it is if I window and cross sheep brings something back, I'm not able to make an app clone or whatever. So I have to fuse away the cross sheep and the beast for like a what's it called, El Shaddol Shekinaga. So yeah, of course hindsight's 2020. I didn't think about this at the time, but I actually decided to go for app clone to negate his gear freed, to kind of force him into the battle phase and try to beat over my beast or something, and I just fused in the battle phase for Shekinaga. That was my plan, because I thought that Shekinaga just negating his thing would also just be pretty good, plus the Nibiru. So yeah, I bring back Squamato with the cross sheep, and then I go for El Shaddol fusion here because I need a Shaddoll monster in the hand to use my Shekinaga with. So I add a Wendy, and he just chooses not to attack the beast. Probably definitely for the best. I could have drawn into another hand trap or something, and he would have been in a bad spot. He doesn't use Dolphin Effect here, which is, I really expected him to. If he used the Dolphin Effect, I think I would have been in a little more difficult spot, but it's whatever. He adds another red layer. When he goes for the summoning the Gemba, I decide to negate the Isolde because I figured he needs some tuner extender here. Of course, I didn't know he had the one of E-Telly, so not much I can really do there, but I still have the Nibiru, luckily, to play through his whole board. So he goes Phoenix Blade, add itself back, and when he targets the gear freed, that's when I kind of have to Nibiru. So yeah, not much I can really do there, but I think this should be enough to win me the game because I'm gonna get an app clone plus. App clone add dragon, a little dragon pop reincarnation. Since reincarnation, when it leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster, so I make him lose an extender as well. And yeah, you guys are actually about to see this deck going second. I know he said in the Team King of Games said in his profile this deck can definitely go second, and you guys are actually about to see. So like, I opened no hand traps, and he's pretty much just gonna full combo me, and I'm actually almost able to break the board. It's possible I would have been able to break it if I played a little more optimally, but like, even though I didn't play optimally, you guys are gonna see that I actually end with I'm actually able to sort of crack the board and put up a board myself. Unfortunately, isn't enough. This deck is just honestly too good. The hand information is just huge with smoke grenades. A little unfair. I really hope that card goes. But yeah, other than that, he puts up I believe a Herald, a Pop, and a Negate plus a Rip 1. So that's pretty decent in my opinion because the hand info is just so good. Makes a Charles, and he's able to, and it's also important to note, Oliver prevents them from being targeted by card effects, so my app clone actually can't do anything to them, which is actually huge. This Oliver is actually going to become huge later on. So double Oliver, so I can't target his Charles or his gear feed with app clone, which is just super unfortunate. Smoke grenades me, discards El Shaddol fusion, which was totally fine in my opinion. Draw Shaddoll monster return. So here it took me a while to think about, but my initial plan was to Trick Clown, try to swing into Arclight. He's gonna pop. Trick Clown bring himself back. I had to bank it on him not negating it because he knows the rest of my hand is just like Patchwork, Recycling Plant, Schism. So I actually don't have a Shaddoll monster in his mind to actually fuse, even if I bring back the Trick Clown and have a fusion spell. He doesn't know I drew the Falco for turn. So I was pretty sure he was not gonna negate the Trick Clown. There's no reason for him to. Fusion Recycling Plant, I try to bait out his Herald negate because I really just needed to get this off the board because it prevents me from using any of my grave effects. It's just super annoying. Patchwork, he lets it all go. So I had Poly and Edgem Chain. Polymerization, fuse away the Chain and the Falco from my hand to just make a window. I go battle phase, swing over his Herald. And now, main phase 2, I have another Polymerization, and this is where it gets spicy. So I make a Construct because, obviously, Shaddoll plus Light, and I'm able to chain block the Construct to send Shaddoll Fusion. So I go Chain Link on Construct, Chain Link to Winda on Schism. Probably a mistake on my part. I believe I should have added El Shaddoll Fusion. I don't know if it really matters, but, like, I definitely should be adding El Shaddoll Fusion because I'm not able to use the Schism this turn anyways. Chooses to negate the Winda, really, which was really surprising, considering I don't know if he's aware I could just send Fusion, link it off in the Gravity Controller, add back Fusion, and then just Fusion go for another Another construct. Also, a cool little interaction here. I'm pretty sure if I sent like a ghost ogre or something off a fusion recycling plant, since I used it for a fusion material for a fusion summon this turn, I'd actually be able to add it to my hand during the end phase, which was kind of cute. I didn't think about it at the time, but I get another construct. Constructs on Resh and Wendy. I'm sorry, Skomata and constructs on Resh and Wendy. Do the regular aerial combo. Aerial, bring back Skomata. Construct, excuse me. Dump Hedgehog. Hedgehog adds Skomata. So at this point, I was a little confused what to do because I can make a cross sheep, add back like Shaddoll fusion, but I don't really know what I'm doing after that because I still can't out his Gearfried and Charles. Like in hindsight, it probably didn't matter what I did, but I also definitely should not have added back the Schism here because I thought I was able to make Celine into Access Code Talker or something, but it turns out Construct's a fairy, not a spellcaster, so a little unfortunate. Fusion recycling plant and add back Trick Clown, and honestly, I don't think there's anything I can do. I just scoop it up. But like, you guys are able to see that this deck can actually go second. I was able to mostly crack the board. Pretty sure I just needed like maybe one more card or something. But whatever. This time we're going first. Open. Pretty nice hand once again. I'm gonna show you guys another cute interaction with the hand traps in this deck. Normally fusing away a hand trap's pretty bad, right? You don't, you really want it to keep it in your hand, but I didn't have a choice here because I needed a light monster. Do the regular Resh combo, so third time doing it. Add Shaddoll fusion, aerial, summon back construct, and cross sheep. So here you're gonna see cross sheep is actually able to summon back ogre. And that's actually really good because ogre can use his effect on the field. So in a way, I kind of didn't waste that resource. Here I misplayed a little bit. I decided to send Schism for some reason. It's just I definitely shouldn't have because I wasn't linking out the construct anyways. Because there's nothing I can make at this point. Because in his extra deck, he doesn't play cards like Appaloosa. He's playing like a budget build, so he only has like Unchained Abomination, which is just super unfortunate. If I had Appaloosa, this would have been incredible because like I could Appaloosa, add back Schism, like honestly would have just been amazing because I could Schism out of App Clone and then fuse away Chain plus App Clone for Winda and still have a Dynamiscus left. So yeah, so a little unfortunate he's playing a budget build, so there's not much I could do. That misplay probably cost me. This definitely should have been a beast or something to draw a card because you're gonna see later on that this Cosmic Cyclone really just cost me the game because of a play I do with the Dynamiscus. Dynamiscus obviously is really good protecting against Gearfried to beat over Winda because that's pretty much just their main deck out. They just summon Gearfried plus hope they have an equip spell. As Ogier sends equip spell and now he summons Gearfried. Honestly, every time I play against Infernovas, they always seem to hard draw this to out my Winda. Fire Flame Lady, I think I'm forced to make a Winda here. I make a Winda, use construct and chain effects because now in my mind I'm thinking I have a Dynamiscus, just banish this and I'm pretty sure I just win because he shouldn't have an out to Winda plus Ogre. And I actually have to give it to him here. I'm not sure if he made some like 6 Soul Read, but like honestly this was disgusting. I did not expect him to decide in Cosmic Cyclone, so I kind of just lost from here because he could just banish my Dynamiscus. It's just super unfortunate, honestly. I just didn't think he'd do a play like that, so that kind of ended up costing me. I don't know if there's a way I could have played around it, maybe, but of course hindsight's always 2020. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything I should have done instead to like play around cards like this, because like honestly I just didn't think about it at the time. So he kind of soul read me there. Good read on his part, gotta give it to him there. Now he's just pretty much able to attach my suck up my Winda and beat over my Skomata, so he just kind of clears my whole board and I'm just left with an Ogre. Can't really do anything because of course Gearfried. Yeah, not much I can really do there. It's quite unfortunate. Honestly, I think I probably should have just Ogred to force this Gearfried to get my Winda effect at Shaddoll fusion, because as long as I draw like a monster or he doesn't gate Patchwork, I still have a play with a fusion play with Aerial. Honestly, after that, I don't think there's much I can do. Like I said, the Cosmic Cyclone kind of just cost me the game. It's more of my fault for not playing around it. Like, I guess now I know I gotta play around cards like that. So he's just able to full combo, and I think we pretty much just lose from here. But honestly, I think it's a pretty good showing for the deck. This deck can actually like pop off. As you guys saw in game 2, I pretty much almost broke the full like board, which is just crazy. Honestly, it's just crazy. A little unfortunate here. Ariel only has 1,000 and can't beat over Arclight, so yeah, pretty much just lose from here. Even though he lets the searches go through. Yeah, he pops the chain. Doesn't really matter at this point. Activate Poly, negates it, and yeah, that's it for me. So yeah, like I said, I think the only card that could have saved me there is if I hard to Shaddoll Fusion instead of Shaddoll Chaos and chain blocked by Construct. But other than that, honestly, I think these were pretty good duels. So I'm gonna be giving my final thoughts on the deck coming up now. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So welcome to the post-duel analysis. I gotta say, like, I love this deck and the idea behind it. I think it's really, really cool that you put in all these extra fusion outlets to pretty much always guarantee yourself a play. As you can see, guys, we never really bricked in any of those games, and even the fusion spells even allowed us to play going second against like established board, which is just really, really good. Just a note, he didn't include a side deck, so I just quickly put together a side deck that I thought would be best. And another thing is, in the extra deck, I definitely cut the Grista and the Dweller because I found myself never making these cards. Like, Grista is just so difficult to make it. The only time you can make it is Core, which just seems like a really niche interaction. Like, yeah, I understand the effect can be good, but I would definitely just cut this. I never found myself needing to make it. Dweller too. I put in more Link monsters, like I said, the IP Masquerena plus Unicorn might be good, because it gives you generic Link monsters you could just make when you have a Gravity Controller stuck in there. I also definitely reduced the main deck because I had some issues before where I was not drawing like enough Shaddoll monsters, even though I drew a hand of like all fusion spells. So I definitely agree with maxing out the fusion outlets. So like cards like Black Sheep, Recycling Plant, Patchwork Engine. Patchwork Engine was just incredible, by the way. I definitely cut down Ariel to 1, and Dragon to 1. And I guess I just even cut Hound. It seems like too much of a niche card. Yes, I understand they have their uses, and of course, once again, this is just my opinion. I'd cut down 2 Ariels, 1 Dragon, 1 Hound, so that's 56 cards. And then it's kind of difficult to draw the hand traps because you're playing so many cards. So like, even against combo, honestly, I might just consider I would just consider taking out like Nibiru's and Ogres, because like, of course, Gamma even has applications. If you draw it as a 6th card, you can use it to force out a negate or something. So like, I keep in the Gammas, but I probably take out the Ogres, Nibiru's to cut the deck size down, so you, no matter what, even if you're going first or second, you're always pretty much guaranteed at that point to or give yourself a better chance to draw the fusion spells and actually break the boards. Because as you guys saw, like, no hand traps, I was still able to pretty much break the Infernoble board with just the fusion cards in my deck, which is just really, really good. Maybe a Terraforming for Recycling Plant just to up the consistency even more. But other than that, I really liked his idea of the Patchwork Engine, Recycling Plant, and Black Sheep. And like I said, I make those 2 changes to the extra deck. I understand he's on a budget. This should be Appaloosa, in my opinion, if you could afford it. And also, Access Code Talker is also a very, very good option as well. I would definitely cut I think cutting the Construct is fine. I don't really see myself making it. When I have 2 Shaddolls on the board, like, I think I just rather climb into Cross Sheep, into Celine, into Access Code, or even Unchained Abomination if you want to still keep that. But yeah, that's it for my thoughts on the video. I know it's a little long, but there's a lot to cover because it's a 60 card deck and it's quite an intricate deck. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know what I can do better in the comments below. And yeah, I will see you guys. If you guys want the cheapest Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the market in Canadian dollars with free shipping to Canada, then be sure to check out my eBay page in the description below.